Hi guys, let's make another video and let's talk about ArcoNet and also about workflow. So let's start from scratch, as always best. This time I'm going for the easy installation. So in case you need some more information, there is this Brave. There is this series, 33 videos, just about ArcoNet and all the possibilities you can have with it. All the desktops, IceWM, i3, Herbstluft, they're all in here. But there are a few that we said, those guys are so sick, so frustration software. That's an item in ArcoLinux. We don't want to lose time. We don't want to be frustrated with apps, configurations, desktops, right? So one of the, well, many, 2, 3, let's go over them. Desktops are not included in Calamares. So when you select Calamares, you'll find that some of them are not there. Things that we have on the ArcoLinuxD.com ISO, but which you cannot select in here, just because of the fact that we don't want you to waste time. And maybe, and that's the point of this video, maybe they're healthy again, right? So all these videos have been covered, we talked about it, and we talked about many things about Calamares, about history, about scripts and all that. So every single video about every single desktop has something more to offer than just click, 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 right? So there's always information extra. But which ones are we missing? Well, cancel. Easy installation, offline. I'm gonna go for a workflow. What is the workflow? I wanna go and have a VirtualBox machine of XFCE. That is my ISO builder. So if I choose to build my own SSD, my own operating system, my own system that I will work on, like in this instance the ISO builder, that's how I call it, right? It's just a PC in my home that just does that, building ISOs, putting it online. That's basically the one that I'm always on. I'll use this setup. I use ArcoLinux, then the XFCE, and then ChatWM, and voila. So they have two things. I have a graphical environment, and we all know XFCE, and a tiling window manager, ChatWM, based on DWM. And yes, basically I will always be on ChatWM, but whenever I do mess my tiling window manager up because I did a setting, I forgot something, or comma, you know how it goes, comma, semicolons and tabs, great, right? And then suddenly nothing works anymore. We have XFCE to go to and go and edit it in a graphical user interface. Otherwise it's TTY and you need to know all the commands, right? Now remember, all these tiling window managers have all bits and pieces of XFCE, so it makes sense that XFCE 4 is completely there and that you have this setup the way you look at it, like this in the live environment, and then log out, log in, do something else, i3, Herbstluft, WM. It really makes sense to have something as backup. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a VirtualBox, and then let's make a copy first, and on that copy I'm gonna try out those desktops that are actually, well, we call it sick, right? We are not responsible for the desktops that ArcoLinux provides. ArcoLinux sees GitHubs globally, finds, for example, Ukui, finds Cutefish. Those are two guys that we've left out, but they are still in the ArcoLinux tweak tool. So what we're gonna do is see, are they healthy again? Are they healthy enough to be included in Calamares? That's a big question, right? That's a big if. So we'll see. But first, the workflow. VirtualBox XFCE. We'll update, reboot, make a copy in VirtualBox, and then we play around in the copy with ATT, and we select each time a different desktop. All right, let's pause. Let's continue with our workflow. So we need to have a basis to start up with, and it's best that it's up to date till today, right? So we need to update this virtual machine, and then we clone it. I've put some changes. Well, today I've changed Sardi, Surfen, and AAG. So if we update our system, we get at least those in, and the Candy Beauty as well. True. ArcoLinux kernel manager was updated, and I'm missing Surfen here. Surfen and Sardi. Yep, those are the things I just did an hour ago. All the updates come in. The thing is, we wanted to have a nice icon for the ArcoLinux kernel manager, which is by default, if you choose other themes than Sardi and Surfen and Candy icon theme, then you get this one by default, little tux. But here we are upgrading Sardi icons and Surfen icons. If we click now, we see that the icon, where are you, my friend? Kernel, that the icon is changed, and that's the Surfen icon. And if you go to the other selection, so there are 3 icon themes that we endeavor to keep complete, and that's the Surfen, the Sardi, and up here a Candy Beauty icon theme. So that's that. And here as well, kernel, we have this little tux up here, ArcoLinux kernel manager. That's the one we're working on lately. It all works, but there will be always issues, right? First of all, that's something that you should know. There can be only one working. There can be only one accessing, building all kinds of things, and we like to, well, do this, right? Synchronizing package databases. That's not possible while you do something else. There can be only one in control, and that's why we have this alias unlock. If that happens, so when Pacman starts, it's gonna make a file, this file, and that's just a lock, so that Pacman knows, sorry, but there is already a process busy, so another process can't start. That's basically the message, and that's what we see here. And if there's nothing, well, working, but the file still exists, then there's this unlock thing, so that we remove the lock because some application locked it and then crashed, but the lock still stays. Or, and that's the danger, F12 is a super interesting thing, but it's hidden away. So you might have it open in F12, it's not visual unless you press the button, and it might be still working there, Pacman. So as long as Pacman is processing, is working, right? He'll check, or he will keep the DB lock, and if it's finished, he will remove it. So that's the thing. So if we do it like this now, okay, quit. If we do it again, you won't see. Let's go AKM like this, so you see what's going on. And no locks are present, and we just install what we want. Now there are issues with this app. It's new, right? It's been being developed. But try this for me. We have the source, right? We have the source. My source is this one. The kernels are coming from mirror allspec. And there is an issue online where the, how do they call it? Anyway, there is a reference. I'm wondering if the origin of the issue is the source, whether it's a problem in the source. So have a look. Mirror Osbeck is the one that I'm keeping as a reference point, and see if this one, if you put this first, solves any issues on AKM. Then we know that it's a source kind of thing, and then you can let me know, right? So AKM is gonna work certainly with that source. I've been playing too much, I've installed too much with it, so that's fine. Just wondering if the source has any influence in the app. Okay, that's on the side note. So update, we have an up-to-date system, which means SuperX shut down, workflow thing, copy, clone, net clone, sure, finish. Down here we get the copying of the machine. If it's empty, yeah, like this one, the template doesn't have an hard disk, it's just a template. The bigger your system is, the longer it takes to copy, but take the time, because we want to make another copy later on with desktop A, B and C. And nothing is, well, there's no frustration. We test it out, doesn't work, we say right mouse click and we remove again, right? Cancel, right mouse click and remove, and done. And okay, so now we've seen that Ukui is certainly one of those, and Cutefish, both of them were not in Calamares for a reason, right? Frustration software. Let's wait for the copying to finish. All right, it's finished. So we boot up, and on this one we're gonna break it, right? We're gonna play with it and do things and change things, and that's the clone. Remove the clone again and try it again. And that's one of the things you could do if we're going to make an ArcoLinux Nemesis script. So one of the things that you can do is learn how to script, and really guys, it's super important that you do, because it makes your life simpler. So you get this data folder here, and in here is all kind of scripts and logic behind it. If you are on, then do this, and if this is there, then do that. All these logical well, bash scripting is in here, so have a look at that. But we are going to go for ATT, Ctrl-Alt-T. Let's launch it from a terminal. That's always interesting. Why? You see messages, you see things that go wrong, or in this case you see on which ArcoLinux distributions it's all gonna work. Now we forgot to do the the display, so if we clone it again we'll have to do it again. That's okay. Voila, a bit bigger. So which ones did we not include in the video in Calamares? Awesome, don't think we did Barry. How can we know? Actually, we know if we look at the code. So let's do a little bit of code editing as well here. So let's take the next one, Calamares modules, and then we have this is the Calamares file. So what you see ends up, or vice versa, what we have here ends up into the code. So Barry, as you see, it's not there. We said let's forget about Barry. So that's the first one that we discover that's not on Calamares. But even though, right, even though it's not on Calamares, or you forgot to install Awesome, it's possible. So Barry, all right, Barry is not installed, and there's a command thing, cannot locate library Python threading user share print command. It doesn't know command. Cannot access local variable command. There's just a print command and that's where it's having trouble. How stupid is that, right? We're just typing print. Why is that? Install desktop, threading pi. Why does it not know what the command is? Okay. That's new. Awesome is installed. Okay. Barry. Why is Barry giving us issues? This one. Control find Barry. So Barry, oh my god, command with a C. Did we really have? Yeah, I suppose so. Any more of these commands? Control find command. Stupid is that, right? So command is 38 times and command is also 38. So cool. Save, quit. All in the video, guys. Now we say oops, right? We forgot a letter. How? But this is programming. This is really, it's not the first time that happens. So the C. Alright. Save. ArcoLinux tweak tool. ArcoLinux tweak tool 6. Oh yeah, true. Let's push everything to the internet. 6. And then the commit command is forgot a C, right? Well, it's good that we discovered them. Forgot a C. Voila. So that's online. If we want to build it, we go to ArcoLinux package build. We look at this one and that one. Last number was 04. So now it's number 5. We built 24.06, 05, and off we go. Build them all. And now we can continue with our Barry story. Yep. So that goes on the repo later on, and I'm ready to push it to the internet. All right, off it goes. It needs to go to GitHub, GitLab, and seed host. and from there it will be copied to other servers. GitHub done. And if we have seed host done, that is. Now we can go back and continue. So Control C, let's quit this thing, update. Well, now it's better to stop in our clone, shut down. Look at that. Go in the source and make the screen resolution and the package update at the same time. So next time around, display, we apply, keep this configuration close, Control T, update. Let's see if it's already there. It is. So that's it. Super X, shut down. Oops, that was log out. Shut down. Net clone, remove, delete all files, clone, next, and pause the video because it's gonna take some time. All right, so we've got ourselves a new clone, new ATT on it, and the resolution is set the way it should be, 1920 on 1080. And Barry, right? Ctrl-Alt-T, ATT, ArcoLinux 3 tool. Use it on any of these guys. And then desktop, awesome. Barry, install, voila. One letter. Barry has been installed, sure. Okay, let's have a look. So we're gonna go one by one. I'm gonna log out, XFCE, choose Barry, go for Eric. And this is what we have, Ctrl-T. I don't think this was the reason of frustration software probably is, for instance, moving this thing around, and it's a bit of strange things, but if you want to explore it, so moving this from there to there, there were key bindings for it, but none of those work, so we kind of stopped developing it. We have polybar, but we can have polybar on so many systems, right? Dragging this, making this smaller, it was kind of, all right, stop, right? Let's not do this. So that's Barry. Then we remove this one again, or we combine it with something else. This is not that invasive, this desktop. My brain says to me, have a look at the GitHub, right? Is there any code changes? Is there anything new on there? So let's see if we can find it. GitHub Barry, accept, ultra light embedded scripting, no. TWM. Yeah, that's the one, I think. Voila, there we go. That's probably the reason why I said let's forget about it. It's been a while, 2 years ago, any development, and hence I said, okay, let's drop it. The next one that we do not include on the Calamares anymore. So done that. Is there Cutefish is the first one where we say it was sick. What was it again? Parts that did not work, elements that did not work. So anything that we feel we're losing control, we say, okay, that's no fun. Cutefish has been installed. Super X, log out. Let's see. Is this healthy again? I guess it's not healthy. Black screen. Nope, it's not gonna come. Is this Wayland? I don't think so. Oh. When I make it smaller, Control F, I see something, but I do remember that there was a bar up there, I think. Let's see, that works. There are no borders. I cannot drag it with super or something, or I cannot make it smaller or bigger or anything. This is Sublime text. So again, here the borders are gone, can't close it. Luckily I have this button there. Here as well, of course, I can do quit and right mouse click maybe. No. Super Q, no. Super Shift Q, no. Super D, no. So there we go. It could have been, should have been. There are settings behind here. I don't know if I can get there. Settings, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Can I kill this? I can type exit, but I can't type in here anymore. So, well, okay, agreed. Frustration software, and this time around I really need to close power off. And I want to start again for the next one, because now we've bumped it up with all kinds of things for Cutefish. So delete. Come on, right mouse click, clone, next, finish. So there's still 6, so that's okay. So not in Calamares. ATT is present. You see this video, probably call them artist still sick or something. I don't know, maybe we should get rid of some of them anyway. But it's interesting to still have the choice in the ATT, so give it a go, right? But to realize they're not healthy. Let's pause the video again. The copy is finished. So Cutefish was the last one. That's sick. Let's go down the list. Again, guys, if you're scanning through the video, we do not develop these desktops, so we're not responsible for the desktops. We just, as a user, play it with it, and it's sick. It's sick. Choose another desktop, one that merits your time, merits your energy. So Barry, too old. Cinnamon was not working. That we all works. Enlightenment is not in Calamares, I think. Let's have a quick check. Enlightenment is a bit of a strange guy. Let's put this one here. So Control find Enlightenment. This is our Calamares setup. So Awesome is here, BSPWM. Barry isn't. Enlightenment isn't either. So let's try Enlightenment. Is that working? I think it's working, but it's all the messages that we get that makes it a little bit strange. So we provided this like this, ATT, not via Calamares, but via this tool, ArcoLinux Tweak tool. And that's all we need to type, right? It's incredible. Just one name, Enlightenment. And then we quit ATT, super X, lockout. And they're trying to make the Wayland version as well, so many of these desktops are. And I guess you have to a little bit patient. All sounds coming from Enlightenment till I figure out how it all works. And system default probably good enough. This is important for me. I need to go to Belgium, otherwise I don't have my Azerty. We have the tiling option, computer or tiling option. Next. I like it a little bit bigger for my eyesight. And then window focus. And there are a few errors that come up, I think, still, I don't know, after all these years. Command service, I think there's a message coming later on. Service not found, of course, Bluetooth. Next. Choose what you want here. Okay, next, sure. And then you get this, right? And it's up to you. Voila, here we go. We get already this message, and we don't want users to contact us for every single message on every single desktop. And this is certainly one of those where it always pops up, even after all these years. So I was thinking, can we make this bigger? Settings panel maybe. There must be something about caps, screen setup maybe, blanking, screen setup. What's all that? There seems to be something before. Hertz, I think. HZ maybe. So that's that thing. Yeah. The size of my screen. That's virtual desktops. Screen lock, blanking. I think I need to have this one. What's this? What happens if I select it? Alright, nothing. Let's see if, no, that's not working. A render maybe, a render applications, maybe here. Where is Alacrity? Give me a terminal. Here, XFCE, a render. Let's see, output virtual resolution 1020, click. And everything crashes. Let's try that one more time. Okay, it's already selected. X-render failed, he says. Chinese. So this is the tiling look, I suppose. Okay. And I select this, what happens then? Nothing. This. Can I make this bigger? Aha! 1920. This one. And then apply. Close. All right. Phew. I can stop this. Now in regards to theming, have a look what you can do, but there's not much to do, I think. But have a look, right? It really is not my cup of tea, but it's here. So we can try out Enlightenment via ATT. So that's probably gonna work if you're happy with design and little quirks that we just saw. So let's remove this, delete all files, and let's clone again. So Enlightenment seems to be okay-ish, right? Let's pause the video again. So wait for the copy. All right, copy has been done. We again boot up. We were at Enlightenment, the E. We're launching ATT again. And if there is something that we say, okay, this is right, we could and can include it in Calamares again. So here, that's working. Pantheon, is that included? Let's have a look. Where is my Sublime? So I'm looking at Calamares configuration. Control find, Pantheon is not included. So we should test if it's actually working. Install. So just one word, Wiki Pantheon, right? And then you look, has been installed, it says up here. So super X, log out. And with Pantheon comes GNOME, no way around it. And let's see. It's black again. From last video we know, last desktop we know, Control F sometimes kicks it off. Unfortunately, it stays nice and beautifully black. Control F3. Sudo pacman -s Pantheon, right? It's all installed. I'm reinstalling it. Okay. Super F2. It can do a lost resource. Right control R, resetting it. Trying to boot up again. And if Pantheon stays black, it's pretty sure that's a restoration hardware or software. We do not. All kind of fails now. Yeah, all right. Okay. So this is definitely a waste of time. So we stop the virtual machine, close, power off. And as I say, and I'll repeat it, this is not our issue, right? We're not gonna solve the desktops. The developer should do that. Voila. Cloning again. So Pantheon is a no-go. Let's pause the video again. Let's start again. Control T, ATT. What's the next one? Or do we not have a next one? Might be the last one, I don't know. So Pantheon, no go. Plasma, okay. Qtile, okay. SpectreWM, I don't think we have that one. Ukui as well. I don't think we have SpectreWM. Let's have a look. Control find, oops, Control Z, Control find, SpectreWM. No, SpectreWM. Well, let's keep it here. Let's try. Or let's maybe see if we can see if it's recent, been updated, and then we know already a little bit why it's not included. Maybe. $3 months ago. Okay, that's cool. FreeBSD, I see, OS X, NetBSD, Linux. So, okay, sure, then we try it. Now, well, we'll check. Is there a recent SpectreWM application? Is what I thought of. But let's have a look what we already have here. So we created this back in the years. Control T and Super Q, that's working. Super Enter, 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 Enter. Super Shift Q, Super Q, Super Q, Super D. Nope, Super Shift D, yes. Super Enter and Super Shift Enter and Super X. Okay, so all seems to be okay. And Spectrwm, let's see if we can. It's a tiling when I mentioned that's clear. For the rest, doesn't seem any problem with it. So let's do a yay SpectreWM. So it's orphaned. Nobody wants to maintain the package build. That's what it means. So 3526. Let's see if we get a different number. 3526. Same number. So normally, oh, the debug is there again. So guys, if you see this second line debug, no, that's your Arch stuff. Remove debug, right? Remove it, yes, please. And then you build it again. And you'll see that there is no debug anymore. Voila, installed. Doesn't do a thing, of course. Do we need to keep it? Well, we decided not to, right? Super X, let's try log out and log in again. Voila, so it's applied. You can install it with ATT, so this is okay. There's no problem. Right mouse click doesn't do a thing. All the rest is just working fine. And the last commit was 3 months ago. February, January. 5 months ago again. January 16, 2024. So voila, SpectreWM. All right. Let's do an ATT. Wrong place to type in my password. Desktop. So SpectreWM is okay if you want to launch it. Let's do Ukui on this one as well. And it's going to be the last one. Works. Worm. Worm is not included in Calamares. So let's do Worm first. Because we know it's just a minor, small tiling window manager. And we can't even stop it now. Log out. And Worm is also one, I think, where the code is really old. Let's have a look. Get the Worm. It's not gonna be it. GitHub Worm TWM. No. Okay. Yay. Worm TWM. Aha. It's no longer a floating tag based. Okay, that's probably it. So that one. Let's see if we can build it. Why am I building it? Then I can have a quick look, right? Worm, package build. All right, the source is Codec 12 Worm. Okay. All right, last month there's a code. So CI on latest stable nym, and then last month, March 11th, and so on. That's worm for you. Voila. 03. Yay, worm. So 333. But I guess I didn't build it. I have to choose something. Oh, password. So this is also based on nym. Could not install reason for package nym. So like nimdo. This is based on nym. Let's take something else then. Doesn't show us. Pacman -s. Nimdo bin is the one that we choose. Let's try again. Failure, nimble, command not found. Choose nym. Choose nym bin. Let's see if this is better. And now get errors to build it. So no fun there. So worm, well, let's keep it in just for the super Q is super shift Q is working. Control T, super Q is working. Okay, and Control T, super shift Q is working as well. Okay, the key bindings are working. So worm, okay, let's leave it in. So Control T, yay, worm. We got 331, and we've got a commit here, I see. Worm def is commit 249. Can we look at the, not the issues, but the commits? Bigger. So which one do I have? We have B5307. 53 control find 530, that one. 2 years ago we have a package that is built 2 years ago, worm dev git. That's the one we're using. So stop. Now we go to ArcoLinux desktop. Worm, yeah, it's a special one. It's a special one. So package world special. Either it's here, it's third party. So click special. Worm. Where are you, worm? like a good worm, it hides away somewhere where I can't find it. These are the package builds, special maybe. Alright, where are you? Worm dev. Ah, okay. Oh no, ArcoLinux archive, that's okay. Don't seem to have the dev kit anymore. How to build it? No problem. This will take too long for the video, guys, but I'll build a new one, new worm dev git. Hopefully I find the package build somewhere in my archives, so I don't need to make it again, because it's certainly third party, and worm is not coming up. That's a pity. Yeah, that's the archive. Huh? We'll see. Otherwise I would explain it and show it, but if there's no package build it takes too long. Alright, next one was, so let's make this bigger. Super Q. So worm is okay. You can try it out if you like, but it's not, well, we're not gonna put it in Calamares. That's another step. Now we don't have a drop down. I guess we'll stay in worm. Ctrl-T, ATT. And the one we need to still test is Ukui. So when we close ArcoLinux Tool the wrong way, the lock key, just like the Pacman lock key, stays there, and we need to remove it. And now everything is stopping, right? So worm, we'll check it out later. So let's give it Ukui a full, well, all the chances it needs maybe. And let's remove this one and then clone it again. That's always best. So all the other things we've done do not mess up whatever we try to install now, which is Ukui. Let's pause the video. Well, copy paste it. In the meantime, while it was copying, took a look at worm, and I know what happens. Worm can't be built. Simple as that. There's worm and worm git from the AWAR, and I'm not gonna invest any more time into it. So worm, the old one from 2 years ago, will kind of work, but yeah, if the AWAR maintainers do not fix the package build, I am not going to either. There are many beautiful desktops out there. Choose something else. So let's see if this one is healthy, which is Ukui. It's for the Chinese kind of thing, like deeping is. There were issues with borders, I think. Let's see if that's solved by now. A few months later. So trying to drag this thing and moving it around, it stays fixed. Right mouse click works as well. We have settings here and look like this. We can close this. Yes, we can close that. And that's Eric. So dragging this is not possible. Can't make this smaller or anything. No. So super right mouse click, left click, nothing really happens. Control Alt Shifts, combinations of keys here. So this is fixed. It's gonna be there, period. Right, it's always at the top, it seems. Not sure if there's some setting that can help things around. There is no board around Alacrity. You can't type in the terminal. It's not focused. Now it is, and I can't type either. No. Super Q not working. Super Shift Q, Control T. No. Super Enter. Some key combos. No. Nothing works. This is working. That's working. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but one of the things we could do is look at the screen and make this bigger. That's already something. If that works. Probably the apply is at the bottom somewhere. Should I press a button somewhere to apply it? It's not happening. There's no button down here, I think. I can scroll a little bit, as you see. But voila. And then you get this feeling, whatever, right? Whatever. And then bye, ciao, nice. But we have plasma icons as well that are nice. So yeah, okay. We'll see it again in 6 months' time and see what happened to it. So that's basically it. That was the last one that I had to visit. So I think we made our proper choices and okay. So voila. Those are all the videos we made on ArcoNet Installation Advanced. The things that were not mentioned we've seen now in this video, and we now have a clear idea why they're not there. They are in ATT, so don't waste time on things that do not work. They stay in there in the ATT. We could argue why do you keep it, right? Just because, voila. You can do a follow-up in 6 months' time. We'll see if it's better or not. And it's an easy way to just click the drop down and then say go for it, and we'll try and we'll see again, right? It all depends on what ArcoLinux does with it, and well, the source comes first, what the developers do with it, then the ArcoLinux guys need to make package builds with it, etc, etc. Or in this case of Worm, right, we need to be able to build it, and if we can't build it, we can't build it, sorry. Okay, have fun learning about other desktops, and that was a good exercise for me. Maybe you've learned something about workflow anyway, right? So having a VirtualBox and clone it each time is a good idea to experiment, and it doesn't cost me anything. It's just time. It costs me time, right? But now I can honestly say, right, it's not working. That's not working. That's not working. Delete all files. All right. Cheers.